my mom and I finally get down there. We're geeked up. I'm so excited. My surgery day's coming up. I've been waiting a full year for this. So excited for it. Literally been turning down for a full year to save up. Haven't been going out, haven't been doing my photo shoots, haven't been filming my videos, haven't been just out like I've been doing, and literally have been waiting for this moment to come up finally. Y'all, let me tell you, we pull up to Jolie Plastic Surgery. We walk into the door and there's 4 people at the receptionist desk. Tell me why we walk in the door and nobody even looks up. And then we walk to the counter and nobody looks up. I have to say, hello, how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? And that's when I finally get some attention from one person sitting on this side, right? She looks up at me, she says, hello. I guess I'm gonna talk now. I'm here for my pre-op appointment. Okay, you have to pay for your drug test, it's gonna be $25. I said, okay. I just have my card with me and I use my health savings account card. It doesn't have a chip on it. So she's like, so I hand it to her and she's like, and she hands it back. She's like, oh, you don't have a chip? I can't use that. I was like, okay, well, this is what I have to pay for it. So like, how's it gonna work? And she's like, okay, well, I'll add $25 to your portal and then you just pay it on your portal. I said, okay. So about the appointment. So when is the appointment gonna be? So okay, yeah, go ahead and have a seat in the chairs, and then we'll be with you in a moment. Do you know how long that'll be? It's gonna be about, I don't know, like 30 minutes. Okay, thank you. And then I sat down, paid for it on my portal, and then I started vlogging again. And it was just kind of like at that point where it just kind of felt like, number one, y'all are having conversations in the front. Everybody's talking in Spanish to each other, which it doesn't matter to me. But everybody's having deep conversation right there at the receptionist desk. And when I walk up, it seems like a burden to stop paying attention to your conversation and pay attention to a client who just paid thousands of dollars to be here, right? So it took me off. So I got right on my blog and I started talking my stuff. And, you know, after a couple of minutes, so this is how it is. There's like a desk to this direction, a door right next to the desk, and then the door way far to the left. So someone came out and called my name and then they were gone. So by the time we got up and walked over there, no one was standing right there. So we got confused and we're like, did someone really call my name? And so she had to come out of the maze that was the background and come out and grab us and take us to Fit for My Faja. So we were like, okay. Anyways, we got Fit for My Faja. That lady was pretty decent. She wasn't like terrible, but it just wasn't like any type of major customer service or niceness going on. It was just kind of a one and done, let's get you in, let's get you out type of thing. I got in, I fit for my faja, we took some videos or whatever, I gave it back to her. She said, we're gonna leave this here, your faja here, and you know, next they're gonna bring you in to sign your papers. Once they do that, someone's probably gonna come and grab you to take your blood pressure. So if something like that happens, just leave your papers and go do that, because that's kind of how we do things here. I'm like, okay, fair enough. So my mother and I go sit down, and someone finally comes through the doors and they call my name. So my mother and I go back and we go sit at this glass table and fill out all my paper. So this girl comes over, this girl who led us back, takes us back to go look at the paperwork, and literally she's just showing me where to sign. Sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here and here. Do you smoke? No, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here. Highlighting, just highlighting everywhere where I need to sign. And she's like, okay, do that. And she walks away. And I was like, okay, fair enough. So at this point, just how it's looking, it just kind of seems like, what do they call it? Like an industrial, like, next, like no one really gives a fuck about you, the individual, at all, regardless of what you paid, regardless that you're a human being, regardless that you're about to have a crazy surgery, regardless of any of that stuff. It was just kind of like one and done, one and done, one and done, next, 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 next. No personalization, no really give a fuck about you, none of that stuff. No introduction. Like, I couldn't tell you the name of half the ladies that I spoke to. So my mom and I are just sitting there reading through the papers. I'm signing. Then we get pulled back to do blood pressure. The lady who did my blood pressure was so super sweet. She's so sweet. She told me exactly what we're lipoing. She said, "You're doing good. Are you excited?" Like, she had me amped up. She was a very sweet person. And then I went back to sign my papers, and we got that done. And while I was speaking to the lady she just was kind of circling to see who was done signing the papers or not, because it was me and like 3 other individuals back there doing the same thing, and their family members, of course. And at that moment, I asked her, I said, "So yeah, we just wanted to know for scheduling massages, like, how is that gonna work out? Because I changed my doctor before everyone got switched over from Brewster to Kagan, and I don't know what the massages is that came with his package now. And if you don't know anything about Jolie plastic surgery, after a certain period of time passes with the doctor being at the place, his package, how much it costs to get surgery with him, goes higher, and then the packages that comes with it goes higher. So at that moment, Kagan had like 5 massages and 1 faja and 3 lipofoams and compression socks that comes all with the price of what you get with him. But I didn't know what it was before, but I knew with Dr. Brewster before it was 2 massages and 1 faja and like 1 other thing that came with it, but I switched. But I don't know what their last promotion was. So I said, okay, since I'm supposed to be scheduling my massages here and now, like, what's going on with that? Can I know how many I have? Like, what's happening? So she said, okay, I'm gonna get back to you. Never got back to me. I'm like, okay, I didn't remember either, but it's your job to remember, and you didn't remember. So anyways, they finally called me the next day for my surgery, 6 a.m. Came back at 6 a.m. the next morning, and it was me, and there was like 2 other ladies there with me. And when I tell you, when we walked in at 5:55, there's absolutely no one in there. It's an empty place. It's all empty. It seems like nobody's working there, nobody's anything. Only things on is the lobby lights where we were sitting. And it was just kind of like, okay, it really doesn't matter if you get here on time or not, because it wasn't like until 6:05, 6:07-ish where we even got called back. So it was like, okay. So we get there, we get taken to our 3 different rooms. My mother and I are in the first room. The lady who sent us back and did our P test, she had really broken English, but she was able to explain to us what I was supposed to do, which was get undressed, put my clothes in this thing, and, you know, relax, doctor's gonna come in, all that good stuff. So the anesthesiologist came in, and she was just talking to me, having a conversation, and she asked me if I had any surgeries before. And I was honest with her, as you should be. And then she continued to ask me different questions, right? I didn't think anything of it. So she left. Dr. Kagan came in. He's super nice. He was talking to us about himself, where he's from, what he was planning to do, if he's scared of coronavirus or not. We were just having good conversations, I, and my mom. He told us about how many surgeries he completes in a day. He said about 7 to 8 surgeries in a day, which was crazy. We didn't believe that, but it's very possible. He was just telling us a bunch of stuff. We were hanging out. He circled me up, let me know where he was going to suck fat, what was going to be good. He told me my skin was tight, so there's not a whole bunch he is able to do, but I showed him my wish pictures, and he said he'd be able to give me exactly that. So, and he did. So, he left, and then that's when the anesthesiologist came in again, and she escorted me back. While she was escorting me back, it became so much colder. So get excited to be shivering, dolls. But what I didn't like about my walk back even farther into Jolie plastic surgery is, like, as you're walking and you make a left, there's literally like boxes and boxes of stuff. It feels like you're getting your surgery done in like a storage room or something at first. So you walk past all the boxes, and then you make a left, And then there's just a long white hallway with rooms. And as you're passing each room, like I'm looking into them because I'm just a paranoid girl. And I just see all these surgery tables and people with their masks on and people just waiting for their first dolls to come in. And I was just like, it's getting real, it's getting real. So we finally get back to the room, and the anesthesiologist lays me on the table, and I'm shivering like crazy because I'm absolutely naked and it's like 0 degrees back there. And she ends up putting the IV in me while I'm laying down. And so it hurt a little bit at first, it stung, and then it was fine. And then she starts asking me a little bit more questions. And then for some reason, she asked me again about my surgery. And she says, why would you do something like that? You remember when she asked me if I had any surgeries before, when we were in the waiting room with my mother? And then she asked me, like, why would you do something like that? And it just rubbed me the wrong way. It was like, is someone supposed to be asking you why you decided to do something that you decided to do? If I'm honest with you about my medical history, because I have to, I don't want to have a conversation about it. Like, I let you know because you're the medical professional who's going to be giving me anesthesiology. I mean, who's going to be making me go to sleep? You're going to be the one who's doing that. So I was honest with you because of that, not because I want to have a heart-to-heart with you. So that being said, it was just kind of like, okay, I didn't answer her, but it was just like, dude, here I am sitting on a surgery table about to go under, and you're asking me questions about my personal life. It just, so anyway, after a while, she just told me, okay, now time to think about your favorite dream. And I was out, and I was back in like a light. So my surgery went so smoothly, everything went perfectly. I woke up crying, I already told y'all all of that. So then I finally get home, and when I finally come to after a couple hours after my pain meds, I get the realization that, wow, we still haven't come up with the when I'm gonna get my massages. So we're both still trying to figure it out. So I call after a while and I ask, hey, when do you guys have availability for my massages, and when I'll be able to figure out how many massages I have so I can work according to that. They said, oh, well, you know, we have availability tomorrow at 2 o'clock if you want to come in for that, and we'll be able to talk about it when you get here. Cool. So the next day on Saturday, I get there, I'm there for my massage, I'm ready. I speak to them about it again, and they said, oh, well, the manager is not here, so we can't, there's nothing we can do. We can only just give you a massage today, but if she's not here, there's nothing we can do about it. Okay, sounds good. So I go back, wait for my massage. The massage lady was so sweet. But I'm not tell y'all honestly, those massages versus what massage I went through with Dream with Steph, way different ballpark. Because they're just so gentle and they're so sweet with it and nice, and you know, just try to comfort you, and that's not what you need. Well, I'm not a medical professional, but when Dream with Steph did it, I just felt so much better because she really went in and got that fluid out of me. One way or another, she was getting the fluid out of me, and she did that. So the lady was nice. She was really nice. She was so nice that after my next massage, I ended up getting her. I told my mom to pick her up some roses and some chocolate because she's just so sweet. Her name was Rose. Yeah, if you get anybody, get her. She's so sweet and caring. So we ended up leaving after that. So this was Saturday. So on Sunday, they're not open for massages. On Monday, we go and we ask, and they're like, okay, well, we honestly really don't know. If you do want another massage, we can give you one other massage, but you would have to just wait here, and Rose will give you 2 massages in a row. So that's what I ended up doing. She gave me 2 massages. And that's when I ended up giving her the roses because she's just such a kind heart. She actually stayed past the time she was supposed to be there. Like, the whole clinic was empty. Everybody was gone. And she had still stayed back to give me a massage. So, love that. But the fact that I had to wait 3 days to figure out how many massages I had to plan out of my butt to figure out, like, when my next massage is going to be. And that's when I ended up booking Steph. So I would have been prepared for that had I known when we asked, you know what I mean? So anyways, that happened. So the next day we were leaving, Tuesday we were leaving, cool. I asked that night, I said, hey, so can I have my flight letter? There was a lady in like this office, and you would assume. So I asked her, hey, do you have like a flight letter? She's like, oh no, well, you would have to come back tomorrow to get the flight letter. Tomorrow morning, we'll have it ready for you. Don't worry about it. Just drop by tomorrow. Cool. So me and my mom, we get up really early. We get packed. This is the same day that Jerry most death bailed on us to come. So we get up early. We get packed. We go there, and I let them know what I need. They send me back to the waiting room. 15-20 minutes pass. I go back and ask one of the ladies again, like, okay, is it typed up now? Like, what is it that I'm waiting for? They said, yeah, you have to sit in with an appointment with Dr. Kagan's medical assistant. Oh, I never told you guys. So the medical assistant I had when I went in for my first massage, I sat down with her as well. When I tell you, this woman is the most unprofessional thing I've ever seen. I walk into her room. Finally, this is for my pre-op appointment, post-op appointment. I walk into her room. I'm in so much pain. I'm literally just standing there, and she opens the door, she closes it, and she sits at her desk that's in front of me, and she's looking through girls' pre-op and post-op photos on the computer. This bee does not turn to face me during any of the post-op consultation. She has her back to me the whole time, and she's talking to me over her back. And she's talking like this. Hey, so you're gonna wear your faja for this long, you're gonna do in your stage 2 for this long, and then you're gonna have this for this long, and then you're gonna do this for this long. And oh, I'm sorry, yeah, these girls are just asking me for these photos, so I just have to do this photo. Okay, well, I need to understand what you're talking about because I don't understand. Can you please turn around and face me so we can have a conversation? Am I just supposed to stand here? Should I lay down on the table? Are you going to be checking anything? What's going on during this interaction? Right? And she's like, okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna be taking your photos. I'm gonna be doing all this stuff. Like, you can lay down if you want to. Like, I don't give a, she was like, I don't give a fuck, damn near. She's like, I don't care. She's like, you can lay down if you want to. So this is when I take it upon myself to lay down because I'm in pain. I just had gotten my massage. And so then this is when she hands me a piece of paper with directions. And then she goes to sit back at her desk, turns her back again, and begins to read off the directions to me as if I can't read them already on this list that she gave me. Like, so I let her go through her spiel. And this is when I start to ask the questions that I have. Because you sure did ask me if I had any. I was asking her, hey, do my stitches dissolve? Like, how long am I supposed to be doing this? Is there anything that can help with this? As far as my prescription goes, because you guys saw me being a big baby. Literally, I couldn't deal with the pain. And we were pretty much almost out of the heavy pain medication. And she was like, well, in the state of Miami, we just can't do anything like that because of this. So you can do this. And when I tell you, it would be the times that she would respond to my questions would be right in the middle of me talking. I couldn't even get a full sentence out. And it was just kind of like, at this moment, it was just like, okay, I need to get the fuck out of here before I end up blowing up, right? So at that point, I'm just like, okay, cool, fine. She takes my pictures. I get the fuck out of there. When I came back to get my flight letter, she isn't on a computer, but she was just as helpful as if she was. She was sitting on her computer typing. She took my blood pressure. And then she handed me the letter in an envelope and she was shooing me out the door, right? So I'm walking out and I just decide to myself, let me open this letter and see what it actually looks like. And I shit you not, you guys, I'm actually gonna go get it. Hold on, wait a second. Y'all, I promise you. This is what she hands me, right? So when I'm walking out the door, I turn around because I look at the top. I have it open out of the envelope like this. The envelope she gave me, I have it open out of the envelope like this. I said, wait, hold on. I stop her in the hallway. I say, hey, does this need to be retyped? Because his name is spelled incorrectly. She said, no, his name is Dr. Keegan. It's Dr. Keegan. That's his name. I said, no, it's not Kagan like it is on the website and on his business cards. She said, no, this is how you spell it. I said, okay. Hey, how about my name right here? My name is Angelica Silvis Jones with an S. Is that okay? Yeah, no, this should be fine. This should be fine. Okay, this should be fine. Yep. And then walks away from me because she obviously had something better to do. Yeah. Little did they all know, right at the bottom, it's spelled correctly. Kagan. It's just not difficult. And then for individuals to not even know how to spell his name is just like, it blows me. It blows me so hard because how much stuff, when you're dealing with the medical field or a clinic or like whatever, how much little stuff are you missing that it can cost somebody their lives? Or it's just not hard to do. And it's I don't know, you guys, but when I finally had this and it was time to go, it was time to go. And I was just like, goodbye, good fucking riddance at that point. So, you all, that is my story. Please don't let this affect. Look, oh, I brought something to prove it too. What does that say, you guys? What does that say, you guys? I thought so. But what the fuck do I know? I'm only a patient that had one date with him, not his nursing assistant. But anyways, you guys, just wanted to tell you my story and let you know what's going on. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions or concerns, please comment them down below. And I'll talk to you guys next time. See you in my next video where I show you guys how I'm compressing, how I'm looking, what's going on with this body. And I'll see you guys then. Bye.